Okay, at this point we are done creating the tunnel itself. We're going to be deleting the faces in the skybox that are around the tunnel, create new faces, and we'll be ready to export it at that point. So we're going to go ahead, first thing is to attach our tunnel to the skybox itself. So we'll click on the skybox, go under Editable Mesh. We want to deselect all the faces that we have selected, and we're going to go out of face selection mode, click on Attach, and then click on the tunnel, which is box number 2 in this case. And now the tunnel has been attached to the surface. You'll notice our unwrap UVW has actually gone kind of askew here. We'll be fixing that towards the end of the tutorial there. So we're going to go back to Editable Mesh mode. We are going to go into Face Selection mode. And in the top viewport, we're going to be selecting the faces that would be intersecting with the entrance to the tunnel. So we're going to turn Ignore Back Facing off, and on this side it looks like we have 4 faces that will intersect with it, so we're going to delete those. And it looks like it's the same case for this side too, so we'll delete all 4 of those. Now if you go into Perspective Viewport, you can see that those 4 faces, 2 polygons, have been deleted there, and we can see the entrance of our tunnel. And now we actually need to recreate the polygons by doing the same thing that we did in the bases, just reconnecting the ground floor there. Okay, it looks like that has been sealed off good there. So we're going to, with those faces selected now, we're going to want to go out of Create mode, go under Surface Properties, and give those a material ID of number 2, so that they will continue to make up the ground there. Okay, and if you notice on this side here, we do have a little bit of a problem. All of our the map was created a little bit low there for the tunnel entrance, so we're going to want to just kind of adjust the geometry around there, being careful not to mess around with the vertices that are that make up the entrance to the tunnel. We can just move around the entrances or the vertices around the tunnel. So we'll go ahead and select those and just pull those out a little bit. Okay, there we go, that's good on that side. Now we'll just take a look at this side, and this side looks pretty good, so we're not going to screw around too much with this side. Okay, that looks good. We're going to want to select all of the faces that make up the tunnel, the entrances, and the bottom bunker there. So earlier we had given them all a material ID of number 1. This is going to help us out immensely in this case, so we don't have to go through selecting individual faces. We are going to go out of vertex selection mode and into polygon selection mode. Go down to Surface Properties, and under the Material tab we're going to go Select by ID, and we're going to want to select it by ID number 1. When we click OK, you'll notice that both the sky and the tunnel were selected. We do not want to have the sky selected, so we're going to go in our front viewport here, make sure Ignore Back Facing is turned off, hit and hold the Alt key. The little minus symbol appears next to our mouse there, and we're just going to click and drag over the walls and the ceiling that make up our skybox. And now you'll notice the only thing that is selected is the ramp and the entrances and that bottom bunker there. So that's exactly what we want in this case, and we're going to detach these right now. By going up under Edit Geometry, we're going to click Detach, and we want to detach this as a tunnel. And now we have that named, and we want to link it to our reference frame. So we'll go out of Edit Mesh mode in our skybox. We're going to hit H and find Tunnel. Click on Select. Now we have the tunnel itself selected, and we're going to go up to Select and Link. Click on that, and then click and drag from your tunnel to the reference frame. And we're going to just double check that by hitting H again, going to Display Subtree. You'll see that everything is being displayed except the Master Chief. That's exactly what we want, so we're going to cancel out of that. And now we actually want to apply a material to this tunnel. So we're going to, with the tunnel selected, open up our material editor, and we're going to use the same material that we used for the bases. You could use any material you'd like in your own map. I'd hope you'd make a tunnel that's a little bit more detailed than this one, and then spend some time actually creating some materials, creating some textures to be applying onto that, onto the ramp and the tunnels and the bunker down there, just to give it a more custom feel so that you're not applying the same texture to everything. But in this case, just for this tutorial, we are going to be applying that same metal texture that we used for the bases, and since our tunnel is selected, we're just going to click on the Assign Material to Selection button, and now you'll notice that the material has been assigned to that. We need to now add a UVW map to the tunnel itself so that the textures get mapped out correctly. So with the tunnel selected, we're going to go to the modifier drop-down list and drop it down, scroll down to UVW map, and we're going to want to apply this as a box. So we're going to check the radio button that says box, and now the textures have been applied to the tunnel correctly. We're not going to worry about lighting in this case. We'll actually be lighting this through Sapien. We're going to fake some lighting inside, and that will come in the next step there. Right now, you just need to go over the level, make sure that it looks alright, make sure there's nothing that you've forgotten, and everything looks fine here. We're going to call this good, so we'll go to File and save it, and that's it for this end. Now the only thing left is to actually export the file using Blitzkrieg, and then we're going to bring it into Tool and then into Sapien, and that should wrap this part up.